Hi friends, welcome to CR Digital Classes. Today we are going to discuss about attitude, component and scales. So what is an attitude? Let us understand very clearly what is an attitude. Attitude here, Thurston says that attitude means emotions, feelings, whatever we have, like beliefs we have our own impressions in our mind, we have our bias, fears, ideas. So all these sum up is nothing but attitude. So depending on their feelings, they behave in a different way. As we have some beliefs, as we have some feelings on that, we according to our thinking, according to our thought process, we will try to behave in a different way. The way of thinking, okay, way of thinking also be an attitude. So according to Thurston, he says attitude is defined as the sum total of a person's inclinations, feelings, prejudice or bias, preconceived notions, ideas, fears, threats and convictions about any specific topic. So here attitude means all whatever we have inner feelings, those coming together, we say it as attitude. So according to the Crutch and Crutchfield, he says that attitude is defined as an enduring organization of motivational, emotional, perceptual and cognitive process with respect to some aspect of the individual's world. So this is about the attitude. Next, coming to components of attitude, here attitude scale. So scale I already told you, scale means is a technique to measure. So attitude scale means here to measure, it is a technique to measure the quantitative. Okay, so scale, for example, we want to know the ratings. So 1 to 5. 1 to 5 means what 1 indicates, what 2 indicates, what 3 indicates, what 4 indicates, what 5 indicates. So this, when we are trying to define 1 to 5, it is nothing but we are setting a scale. For each type of study, each type of scale will be differing from one with the other depending on the research study. So here the components which involves of attitude are cognition or cognitive component. Cognitive means it is psychological, it is related to brain, it is related to mind. So the knowledge and perception which are obtained either from the direct exposure to the attitude object or from the information obtained from the different sources resulting in attitude cognition. That means what is the perception we have about the product. That means here attitude object means which we are going to study. We may be studying on a person, on a patient, then the object will be patient. When we are studying, our research is about a product, then the attitude object is product. So on which we are going to study, that becomes the attitude object. So then next one is affective component. So affective component is here the consumer will have different feelings about a product or different emotions about a product. Everybody will be behaving differently. Some will have more attachment with the gadgets. Some will have more attachment with the any of the product they are using. So all these things comes under affective component. The feeling or emotion of a consumer towards a specific brand or product. The consumer researchers regard these feelings or emotions as a evaluative statements. So today also you can find many of the people have their own beliefs about the brands, especially oldest brands, whatever you have. Sony means we are very immediately we say it is a very strong sound system. So every brand you will be specifically expertise in one particular things. So they have their own attachments with those brands. Bajaj, it's have its own brand image on that, impression on that. And if you recollect the previous, that is olden days, like Lifebuoy soap, everybody are more keen about the Lifebuoy soap, Lux soap, and all these things are very much attached. People will be emotionally attaching to the brands. Then cognitive or behavioral component. So here the this component includes us about the how the people are behaving, how the consumer is behaving. So here the behavior will not be constant. The consumer behaves in a different way due to his own taste may be changing, preference may be changing, priority may be changing, the consumer income level may be increasing, the consumer location may be changing. So depending on his things, the consumer behavior will change from one time to other time, one period to other period. So this component of attitude helps in understanding the chances of the consumer, how he is to take a particular action, to behave in a specified manner with respect to the attitude object. So with respect to the product, the consumer will be behaving, for example, seasonal. In the seasons, when the festivals are there, the consumer behavior will be different. When any of the things happens, the consumer behavior will be different. So this component will help the manufacturer or the seller to understand how maybe the consumer will be behaving. Then attitude scales. As I said, attitude scale is a scale. It is a technique for measuring the data, for measuring the quantitative data. So here the scales with the numbers or brief description against each category that are ordered in terms of scale. The description often include attitudes or behavioral measures. Respondents mark particular category on the scale that matches their response. So scale, I said, scale will be made different for different study. So some scales may be with liking to dislikings. Some scale may be strongly agreeing to strongly disagreeing. So depending on the study, depending on the research, the scale will be framed. Now according to as a consumer, according to my opinion, I will try to match what are my feelings, which scale it matches, whether it matches with 4, whether it matches with 5, I will be trying to give that score for that. Okay, so that is about the scale. Again, in the scales we have different types of attitude scales. Like here they say Likert scale. First one is Likert scale. So Rensis Likert developed an attitude measurement scale with 5 responses category. So this is very familiar scale. Almost all the researchers will be using this Likert scale. We say it usually Likert 5-point scale. 5-point means, as I told you, when we are making a questionnaire, for taking the data, for collecting the data, we give for every question options. So that option should be uniform. It should not be like first question will have 3 options, second question will have 5 options, again third question will have 2 options. It will not be uniform. So we have to make uniform options for all the questions whatever we are making. Then only the scale whatever will be there, it will be feasible for doing the analysis. So here Likert developed one scale where it will be having 5 points. As I told you, strongly agree to strongly disagree. So this attitude measurement scale with 5 responses, the respondent has to describe how far do they agree or disagree with the statement about the stimulus objects. So the statement is given or the question is given in the questionnaire. Depending on that, the respondent will give the answer by marking the point, which point it matches, their opinion matches. So then next one is semantic differential scale. So semantic differential scale, it is a sensitivity or intensity measuring scale. It translates a respondent's qualitative judgment into quantitative estimates on a 7-point rating scale. Previously we understood Likert developed 5-point scale, but in semantic scale it is 7 points. 7 points means what we try. We want more intensity, whether the product is good or bad. It is only 2. If it is bad, how far it is bad. If it is good, how far it is good. Exact intensity or degree of satisfaction level we want to study. So this semantic differential scale will help us to study exactly the intensity of the, whether it is satisfaction, whether it is agreeing. Okay, so here you can also see that it will be bipolar. That means two extreme opposite words are used here, like what you call like, dislike. Like means how much you are liking. Dislike means how much you are disliking. So it is called as bipolar. So this scale is known as bipolar. The next one is Staple scale. Staple scale, this is a next scale which is a modification of the semantic differential scale, but this is unipolar. So it is a unipolar vertical scale with 10 categories. Here we are using 10 categories, 10 points, wherein that measures attitudes. So the respondents are required to show their accuracy on numerical response categories ranging from -5 to +5. In the Likert scale, we use 1 to 5. In semantic scale, we used 1 to 7. But here we are also going to the negative. If I am disliking, how much I am disliking in the negative way. So here, +5 to -5, the scale will be designed without 0. 0 will not be there. Once it is 1, next it will be -1. Okay, -5, -4, -3, -2, -1. So how far you are giving your ratings? If you don't like, what is your degree again in the negativeness? So this Staple scale will help to know exactly about, so that you can take proper action whatever is taken. So this is about the different types of attitude scales. So I hope this video will be helpful in preparing and understanding what is attitude scale and what are the different types of attitude scales. So the question can be expected similar way in the essay. What are the different types of attitude scales? Thank you.